Have you ever watched a R-rated film?
Yes, I have.
Have you continued to watch R-rated films after the first one?
Yeah, I mean, a lot of the times when I watch movies, I don't really pay attention to the age restriction as much anymore. So,
About what age did you watch your first violent film?
violent film, I'd say probably like 8 or 9 maybe.
But do you think that violent films are negative or positive impacts to our youth?
To youth, it's probably not the best thing to show just because it might influence their actions in the future. But at the same time, I feel like as long as they're responsible with what they're doing, it should be fine.
Have you ever watched an R-rated film? Have you continued to watch R-rated films after the first one? What age did you watch your first violent film?
I was 8 years old. 8 years old.
Have you ever watched a R-rated film?
Yes.
Have you continued to watch R-rated films after the first one?
Yes.
What age did you watch your first violent film?
In my middle school years,
About what age?
about 15.
Are violent films do you think that violent films are a negative or positive impact?
Generally, I think it's a negative impact because people who are young are easily influenced by things they watch, and so it gets into their brain, and they can't control what they think about after they watch those things.
Have you ever watched a R-rated film?
Yes.
Have you continued to watch R-rated films after the first one?
No, because my first experience of watching an R-rated film was so dramatic and it has such a big impact that I decided not to watch it.
At what age did you watch your first violent film?
I think around 9.
Are violent films a negative or positive impact to our youth?
I think it's negative.
Why?
Because it just fills like young people's minds with violent and corrupt thoughts that it's gonna affect them till the rest of their lives. And that stage, being a youth, is such a sensitive and it's like a time where you go through so many changes, and if you watch violent films, then you're just gonna have another thing that's gonna influence your life, and it might be really negative because violence isn't a good thing.